Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video we're going to have a look at not Sovereign Ayushta. You're going to have to wait till Friday for that. So if you do want to keep up with how good she is, from 1 to 8 stars I believe I'll be able to get for this part of the season, then do subscribe and like the video if you do. We are going to take a look at instead the Sovereign's synergy from this season. So after an allied hero deals damage, they inflict an additional damage equal to 10% attack on all enemies. That goes up respectively the more units that you have. So say for example, if you have on your team you have Hades, you have Pandora, and you have Nyx, for example, as your 3 units, they will, whenever they attack, or whenever any hero on the team attacks, they will do an additional 10% damage. You go up in stages, so if you've got 4 on the team, then allied heroes will do 20% attack, and then after that you do 30% of attack on all enemies as well. It's not just that it hits one enemy again, it is that it hits all enemies with an additional 30% attack. So effectively causing single target damage attacks to become all enemies attacks, or at least 30% of it. And that is what Synergy Sovereign Ayushta is championing this season. So I'm just going to pause, build some teams, and then we'll jump straight in. Okay, so we've jumped into some PvP, and as you can see, I am in Hell difficulty. Now, the reason that I'm in Hell difficulty is just to test whether or not these teams are viable, or whether or not, and whether or not the Sovereign's synergy has any viability in PvP. So let's jump in. Let's see. I have built 2 separate teams, both with level 5 Sovereign's synergy active. So we'll see just how well these teams do and whether or not, again, they are. It is a viable strategy in PvE. Following on from this, because I expect this to go very quickly. Following on from this, we will jump into some PvP and see whether or not it is a viable strategy in PvP as well. Yeah, so as you can see, doing reasonable amounts of damage, and doing a little bit of damage as well to the rest of the team, or the enemy's team here. So really we're looking to do as much damage as possible, and the best way to do that I've found is through crits. So yeah, that's what we're going for. As you can see, got all of my relics procced, and there we go. So I'm not using Splash Axe in any of these builds, and as you can see, we're doing plenty of damage to these enemies, doing that additional 30%. It doesn't seem to have done altogether too much in Hell difficulty specifically, but again, we will see. So can we take all of them out here? No, we can't. We got close though. We got very close with Althea here, and it seems though we did a chunk of damage as well to the rest of them. Now we're moving to this next team, again, all sovereigns, and we're looking to get as much damage as possible. We don't have any effects on the team that will allow for that additional damage, so there are several other effects that might do this. So the first is Kunasagi. Kunasagi is a relic that you can get, the samurai sword, and that deals an additional 20 to 30% extra damage based on that. So you can combine those effects, and you will get an additional 20 to 30% additional damage. So as you can see, not doing altogether too much damage to the enemies at the moment, and the reason for that is because Pandora is still in the chain, and enemies do have that holy shield protection, as far as I'm aware anyway. So what I thought would happen is it would work very similar to the Splash Axe in that we do all of that damage. Maybe it's a percentage based thing. I'm not too sure. So we do get the additional damage there, but it doesn't look altogether too much. So I don't think it's going to be exceptionally viable in PvP, but it might give you the edge to take you over the damage threshold for particular bosses, because again, it is percentage based. It is based on your attack, but it is percentage based, and Jormungand there to do the business for us. So I'm going to pause, going to jump into some PvP, and let's see how viable it is in there. Okay, so we've jumped into some PvP, and now let's see whether or not the Sovereign synergy is viable. Now, enemies do have the opposing, so the Arcanist synergy. As you can see, when allied hero takes fatal damage, they have 100% chance to survive with 20% HP. This is not technically correct. What actually happens is that we have the enemies will die. They will come straight back rather than anything else. So it looks like it's going to be a tough match, but it does look like we get to 5 full fights. I have built 3 full sovereign teams just to see whether or not these strategies can be viable in PvP. Or whether or not it is just the Arcanists that are the best. Again, we'll have to see. So as you can see, we have been taunted, which will slow down our progress slightly, but we should be able to get a couple of attacks in here. Maybe not if we get completely stunned. That would be a real pain, but we'll see. So let's have a look. And there we go. So holy shields are down, and we are starting to do relatively nice amounts of damage as well to the enemies, taking off chunks of their health. As you can see, Cleo and Astrid both have had a lot of damage done to them. Now we are completely stunned for the next 2 rounds. If I could go ahead and skip rounds, I would, but I can't at the moment. Now this does leave us completely defenseless. So as you can see, Hades the only non-monarch on the team, but Astrid still goes for him. Maybe because she can smell weakness. Non-monarch being the king of hell and all that. It is what it is. So Hades has stolen the enemy. That's why they've not come back this time. So we aren't taking very much damage at all from enemies, again probably because of the monarch synergy, but we are looking to do as much damage as possible. So let's see how much we can get here. So Macaria does have the potential to do 2 ultimates, or to perform her ultimate on attack as well, and that is one of the painful strategies, but fortunately we do have our Divine Scepter, which has removed all of those stuns as well. So we do get a couple of misses, and we are once again stunned. Back to it, but that is the last time that we should be stunned. So it looks like this team, we'll see. Looks like Corolla main here, or Corolla, is going to do, or is using the banish mechanic as well. I would be interested to see whether or not the Divine Scepter removes banish. That would be very interesting. But we'll see. We'll see. We get a big miss there, and another, that wasn't a miss, but we're just not taking very much damage here at all. But we'll see. Christine has returned, which means we're going to be able to steal another lot from the enemy. We do take out Christine, and then in turn we can repeat the ultimate attack as well, taking out enemy Cleo. So as you can see, we are doing tremendous amounts of damage to the enemy team here, and taking Christine out is going to be hopefully yield a lot of results. So again, taking no damage whatsoever, of course, but we are banished as well. We do get the retort. So here we do take out Christine. Now it might be very difficult to take out these enemies here because of the Monarch synergy, but as you can see, Macaria doing the business, Hades to follow up and to double execute, and then we got Audrey. So it does seem to have worked out very well against a Monarch build. In this case, we're going to go up against Avengers, a full Avengers team, but this team does have the Arcanist build as well. So we'll go ahead and see whether or not this team that we've constructed here, so 3 Athreals and 2 Avengers units, we have stunned them as well, and again going to go ahead and stun them into next round as well, or at least a couple of them, hopefully. We do get some misses here, and then we get even further misses, so we are enemy is dodging a lot of our attacks. So the advantage that we gained in the first round, unfortunately, because I don't have the 80% accuracy increase on all of my runes, it doesn't seem to be working out too well, but there we go. So as you can see, worked out very well for us in this instance. Again, it's primarily to do as much damage as possible. We do get both of our Avengers going down. Fortunately, we do get Isis back, which should hopefully be good enough. But again, Magatama, just too strong. It's very, very powerful. Do we get... we do, so we get a couple more stuns as well, but Magatama potentially going to take us out here. Yeah, it is what it is. Magatama does not resist the effects of... So we don't resist the effects of Magatama. It's very difficult to, but we do a lot of damage there, and all enemies are taken out by Victoria, who again in turn gets taken out by Mavis's ultimate, and the Black Rain from the Relic Magatama. Again, it is what it is. So this is our third and final team. Again, I threw these teams together in the hopes that one of them might work. We'll see. We will see. Going up against all Phantoms as well with the heal. So this is the other, the final, the Ascensionists. So they get 20% HP at the end of every round, which does help build up your Grace of Hunters as well. Plus all of the shielding that they're going to get. It's going to be a very, very tough or a long fight. And what I might do is, once we finish this one, I might go ahead and skip, just primarily because we've seen what we need to in PvP. Now, personally, I think this is a much better PvE skill than I think it's a better PvP skill at the moment. And the reason that I think that is primarily primarily because of the fact that the other synergy, not the Arcanist, the Arcanist, sorry. So the fact that the Arcanists do exist, that your team effectively can revive itself as much as possible, or at least up to 2 times per battle. For me, that is the chief skill. That's the skill, or that's the synergy that you want to go for. We will see. Again, it's going to be very tough to get through all of these enemies, because they are going to be healing at the end of every round as well. So that leaves us all stunned, or almost all stunned. We do get a retort here as well, able to stun Narissa, which is going to be huge for us. And then we do get another set of stuns as well. So Karmic Fire being applied to all enemies, and if our team does go down, we will also unleash that Karmic Fire ability as well, with thanks to Magatama. It's just very, very strong, especially paired with the Arcanists. But in this case, as you can see, we are doing plenty of damage to the opponent, but they just keep coming back over and over and over again. So we'll see whether or not this works out. Reflect damage kicking in here, so I think Elma is going to be the only one able to get through this defense, and Seraphina, flipping out, you doing the business here, and yeah, Hela here, able to take out. So it can be relatively effective because enemies have much lower health in PvP than they do in PvE, especially like Rift Odyssey. It can be a very effective tool, but again, the Arcanists, they're just so strong, just so good. And then there we go. So, oh no, so they're back once again to try and take us out. It looks like Narissa to take herself out. That's absolutely fine. And then Slift's Fury here. So yeah, it seems to be very viable in PvP. So let's go ahead and skip to the end. Let's see if we do get the victory. Looks like Corolla got the victory there, but we pulled it out the bag in that final fight with another set of Arcanists. So fortunately, very good, very good. Yeah, what do I think of this synergy? I think it's very viable to use these types of units. I think there are going to be certain good teams within this particular synergy, but I don't think that it's going to be, I don't think it's top dog. I do think Arcanists are top dog this season, irrespective of the units that are included in there. In my opinion, the Arcanists synergy just it does much more. It allows for your units to do stuff that they shouldn't normally be able to do. For example, Mystifier's returning is a very powerful thing. Doom's returning, Avengers getting even more revives than they should. It's a very powerful thing. Whereas this is just blanket. This is just very good. The Sovereigns are just very good. I don't think it's fantastic. I don't think it's great. I think it's very good. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Hope it's been helpful. And yeah, you have a great day.